I think they're both amazing. The energy with the first speaker was just incredible. I loved that he sang for us. That was really, really impactful. I loved the story for both. Actually, both had beautiful stories, and both had a lot to give as wisdom and pieces of information that were absolutely necessary for other CEOs and entrepreneurs to hear. I just want to connect with other entrepreneurs and CEOs. I think that we are always in our silos, and so getting everybody together for something like this is really important because we can really learn from each other, and it's collaboration over competition. So that's, yeah.
My thoughts on the first two speakers, let's start with our first one, Byron. He was extremely insightful. He gave a lot of great tips, good advice, and he knows how to engage his audience. Our second speaker, she really knows how to bring in the branding. We all know that we are our brand. We don't want to cheapen our brand. So I left that second speaker with a much stronger sense of my brand. Well, this is my 7th year here at the conference, and I'm a strong supporter of Tara and what she's doing. What I'm looking forward to, like last year, I'll leave here with a new bag of tricks and knowledge that I can share with my colleagues, my clients, and be the best wedding professional I can be.
This is my first year at the Signature CEO Conference, and when I tell you I will be back, I will be back. It was absolutely amazing. Just hearing the nuggets on how I can grow and expand my business was phenomenal. And tonight was the gala. Can you see the sweat? Great time. Expectations, the bar has been set. Tara Melvin is amazing. Tara, thank you for creating this platform. Thank you.
What am I most excited about when it comes to the Signature CEO Gala and conference event is everything, the total package. I'm here for the speakers, the camaraderie, just the energy. I feel like I'm being poured into. This experience is not just a professional experience, it's a personal one. It's very holistic, something for the mind, body, and spirit. What was my favorite part about day one? It's really hard to pinpoint. It's almost like saying, who's your favorite child? But I will have to say just the unexpected. I came here with a certain expectation and I was blown away. The speakers are not just regurgitating things that I've already heard. It's not a remedial experience. It's something very fresh. It's a very different perspective on how to shift your mindset and elevate your mindset as a CEO.
The last 2 days, it was amazing just because it's such an intimate group. This is not like a beginner's group where, people are just starting out. We're learning advanced information about entrepreneurship, running your own business. And it has been wonderful. I think the relationships that we built over the last 2 days is going to last many years into the future. And I think those relationships are key. Although the information is amazing, I would say the relationships are definitely key for me, at least.
So as a professional speaker, I go to a lot of conferences and I see a lot of sessions, and sometimes I get a little bored in some of them because I've heard all of that before, and it's also what I do for a living. And what I like about the Signature CEO in particular is that the speakers are curated in order to hit almost every single aspect of your business, from legal to finance, business finance, personal finance, marketing, networking. And I feel like instead of leaving a conference and thinking I have to just do this one thing in my business and hopefully it will work, I feel like I have a roadmap for improving my entire business until next year when I come back.
Stage. Hi, guys. I go to a lot of conferences, well, like Christine just said. And one of the things I love the most about this conference is the intimacy of this group. Having the opportunity to be able to speak to every single one of you is really kind of a blessing because we get to learn from each other. And Christina was right. The way that Tara curated this experience really ends up being meaningful in a lot of different ways. So thank you for that, because you're a rock star. I don't know how the hell she does that. And as the vice chairman of her board, as the vice chairman of the National Society of Black Wedding and Event Professionals, we have no idea how she does this. But in all seriousness, it's a blessing to be in a room with all these amazing event professionals and all your different aspects of your careers and lives, and to experience and hear the business side, the creative side. All of these different things come together with synergy, and it's really amazing. So thank you for putting this together, and I already am buying my ticket. So, and I hope every single one of you do as well. Buy your tickets.
To like come and spend this time with all of you, and to look out into the room and see a sea of people of color is just beautiful to me. And also to be able to, I don't know, talk to Bron in the hallway. Like, that is amazing. Like, nobody is hands off. Nobody is stingy with information. The presenters have like poured their soul out in 45 minutes. And that's something that in my neck of the woods, we don't really get. So thank you.
If I want to sum up the last few days in the Signature CEO conference, I would say enriching. So definitely like educationally, definitely with the things that we've learned and the people that we've met, even nourishing might be one more word. So again, like for my business, but just for me to take time out and not be disconnected, to be fully present here. That has been amazing. And it's great to see just returning like year to year, to see people come back and then get updates. Last night, my dinner partner was my dinner partner last year, and I don't know if that was intentional, but Ibrahim and I sat beside each other. And so it was like, well, the last time you were here, we were talking about this. What's going on with that? So I feel like that relationship building, even if, as Shannon said, it's not a all the time touch point, just to have that and then come back. I think that's what makes this experience unique, because it's genuine and you really want to know, like, how are you doing? What's going on?
Hi, I'm Shelby. I remember when Tara first had this idea to do this, and I wanted to support her because she's my friend and I love her, and everything that she does really turns into gold. So I really wanted to be there for her. And the first time that I went there to support her, and I thought, oh, another conference, but I'm gonna be there because she's my girl. So I went to the conference and it was amazing. And every year it would get better and better. And I remember that we wanted to fill this entire room with loads of people because the content was so great. But I'm so glad that she decided to make it intimate, that we can talk to each other, we can meet each other, we can learn from each other, and that no one here, even speakers, sometimes speakers have this persona about them that they come on the stage and then they're unapproachable. But here, I love that the speakers then get off the stage and become a student or a learner just like the rest of us. So I learned a lot. I wasn't planning to come here, but I was here and I spoke to one of the speakers. Yes, I'm talking about you. And it seemed like something that she said confirmed something that was in my heart and my soul. And it seemed like everybody had a little thread of what the other speaker said. And it all came full circle for me. So I am glad to be here and glad to have met each and every one of you.
These last 3 days I've been to other little conferences, and I have to honestly say this is by far the most comfortable, the most open, the most relaxing conference that I've been to. Everybody is warm, welcoming, nobody's stuffy, nobody's got, their egos not overcrowding the room. And it was a good time. Last night was a good time. I enjoyed it. I'm sure y'all saw that. I enjoyed myself, but just generally, and the things that I was able to learn in the last 3 days have been amazing. Um, One of the key things that I loved is there's people that I see every 2 weeks on a Zoom meeting. Never met them face to face, and that was the highlight of one of my highlights of being here. I got to meet my sorority sister Alea. Ski week. I got to meet my buddy Mark, and I wish my buddy Brian was here. But either way, that was everything to me. And shameless plug for NSBWEP. If you are not a member, please join. If you saw what we do, you would know that Tara's hand is all over it. And trust me when I tell you, the woman's brain works 24 hours a day. I don't know how she does it. I have a full-time job. I run a business, and I'm with NSBWEP, and I don't drink, but I swear some days I'm like, I can't, wait a minute. I got to figure this out. I got a meeting. I got this. I got weddings and, whatever. But somehow we all make it happen. So if you are not a member, yes, I am the director of membership. If you are not a member of NSBWEP, please join. Please consider joining. Again, it's not even a mirror. It is a complete extension of what she is. What you saw here today or these last 3 days is NSBWEP in its own self. So again, thank you, Tara. Thank you for everything. It was a wonderful event, and I will be back next year.
I'm going to add the word encouragement. Open the toga a little bit from the perspective of a vendor, large-scale vendor to the industry. The loudest voices we hear are the negative minority. We hear mostly from people who are dissatisfied with our product, who are discouraged by the state of their business, discouraged by the state of the industry. And when I get the chance to come to an event like this and see the motivation and the enthusiasm, the happiness of being together and learning from one another, that is encouragement, that is motivation. And frankly, I wish that what I could do for my team at Aisle Planners to be able to package all of this up and be able to deliver it to them, to share with them what exactly the thrivers and survivors are capable of, what it is that they're actually doing in the business and the IP that they're sharing and lifting each other up. So with that, this has been an amazing event. Thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of it, Tara and everybody here. Thank you.
I know. First of all, I would like to let everyone know we're fine. We were on the dance floor and having a great time last night. And that's actually what I want to talk about. Tara, this is the conference I didn't know I needed. I was coming as a speaker, and I was like, oh, she told me I got to stay the whole time. And I'm so glad that you did. This is the only conference I have ever attended where I've wobbled. There are 5 of my sorority sisters here. And I also feel like I am learning something that I'm taking back with me, not just what I wrote in my notebook, but about the human connection that I had lost faith in before. I've been to so many large conferences, and it's all about what can I get from you? What can I pretend to give because someone told me I needed to serve then sell? And I'm gonna follow the template, as opposed to actually caring and experiencing that care as an attendee and a participant. So thank you for assembling this group of people that genuinely want to see each other succeed year over year and moment over moment, because now we have a community that we didn't have before that feels like one of the most genuine communities I've ever had the opportunity to be a part of. So thank you.
I just want to echo behind what Christy said and Mark and what everybody else has said, that she does a dynamic job of finding speakers who can help us all. And that's what I really like about it. That's all I have to say.
I want to truly extend my heart to Tara. I've had the pleasure of attending these conferences for a couple years. And the first one I went to, I was scared. But when I walked in the room and I saw this gorgeous, vivacious, sensuous woman, she looked at me and I looked at her and I felt like a puppy dog. But every year, the conference gets better and better and better. We have the pleasure of changing someone's life. It's one of the happiest times of their year, of their life, other than having a baby. It's when they get married. We as professionals in this industry have to make sure that we let them know that they're not a transaction, that we truly do care about their day. And that's hard to do. One half of learning is listening. And I learned that from a very wonderful woman. Her name was Anita Moore Hackman from Howard University. And that has stuck with me from day one. Last night, when we were all here dressed in our finery, I had the pleasure to once again talk with the young lady that was the scholarship winner last year. Every speaker that spoke these last 3 days, it's a lot of information. It's a lot of gleaning that I will have to do when I go back to the office. But I just want to tell you, and I mean this sincerely, I carry your heart in my heart. You are, and I have now become an extension of CEO. I tell everyone about the conference. I'm honored. I'm proud. I look forward to it every year. All I want to say to you all is embrace every moment, because one day we're going to look in the mirror, and I'm doing it right now, and I'm thinking, who is that old man in that mirror? But I can truly say that each one of you have captured my heart, captured my soul, and you really have made me a much, much better person. And I thank you all.
The last 3 days have been phenomenal. It has been so inspiring, internally and externally. I have enjoyed every speaker on this stage. You have poured into us. You have filled us up so that when we leave here, we have things to actually utilize and apply, not only to our businesses, but to our personal lives. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I would not be where I am with Velvet Cakes by Gwen without this conference. Last year ignited me, it lit a fire, and this year I'm going to blaze another trail. And I just want to say thank you for what you do to make this conference happen. Thank you for the people that you hand select purposely to be on this stage. And the people that decide to come to this conference, you know what you get once you leave here, because it's so unexpected. And I want you to just live in that, love in that, and just be everything that you're supposed to be. And because of you, Tara, we can do that. So thank you.
I love her, and it's so awesome to be here and just to see the amazing things that she's doing. I've been watching it online for a while. I follow her on everything, and every year I'm like, I want to be there. I want to go there. That looks amazing. So to be here for the first time as an attendee, and also to have her trust me to be a speaker here, and I don't take that lightly, because I see the caliber of people that are attending this conference, the caliber of people that are speaking at this conference. So thank you for trusting me to take this stage. I'm super excited. And one of the things that came to me was this is such a safe space. People mentioned how close it is. It's not one of those spaces where you walk in and you sort of feel like the oddball out. you feel like you can connect with every single person in the room, that everybody's approachable, that everybody wants you to win, that we want to celebrate one another. And so even as a person who's going to speak for the first time, I was nervous. I get nervous, but I'm like, and I'm still a little nervous because it hadn't happened yet. But I'm also like, but I feel like these people are want me to win. Like, you're in a space where people want you to win, and that kind of thing doesn't just happen. That takes intentionality from you to bring the right people together, to bring the right atmosphere together, so that everybody here is a winner, that we're all CEOs, that we're all taking flight. So thank you for everything that you're doing, and I love you.
She's resigning as MC, y'all. This is pressure. I understand this crowd pressure she's putting on, and I appreciate all of the love. I want to give you all just, I've shared it with a couple of you, but for those who I haven't, how this conference really came to be. Many years ago, Tara and I have known each other for, oh my goodness, more years than I can remember. She shared that journey with you. But we were at a conference, and I'm going to echo a little bit of what I've heard here as well. We were at another conference of wedding professionals. And after sitting in that conference through 1.5 sessions, we took a break and looked at each other, and it was like, why are we here? You know, what are we getting out of this? The information, and we did this in 2 conferences, and one of the things that we learned was we were at least 2 years beyond when we should have attended those conferences, because the content was really intended for those who were at a different place on their trajectory than we were at that point. And we talked about it, and I said, you know, there needs to be something that speaks to those who are on the journey. You've made some mistakes, and now you need to hear from those who can help make that journey better. When I talked the first day about being actionable, what can you take away from this conference and put into action? What we took away from those 2 conferences was the action that this lady, Tara Melvin, put into place that created this conference. And I just am so proud of her and the way in which she has taken thoughts and ideas. We also mentioned earlier, we all hear the same words, but the meaning and what you do with those words that are being said makes a difference. That's why the nuggets come along. You know, what did you pick up? And you hear something, and how are you going to use it? And she heard the need and answered the call, and that call 7 years later has all of you in this room, and I could not be more proud of my friend for what she has created here. And each time, the curated messages from one speaker to the next, they don't overlap in their subject, they're in tangent. They just work, and they seamlessly are stitched together so that you walk away with information that actually can be put into practice, create new ideas, and take your business to a soaring place above and beyond what you were when you arrived. So again, I just wanted to take that moment of personal privilege and say thank you, Tara. I know that you were putting pressure on me to be here, and you've got your little minions out here who are coming along. Oh, you got to come back. And she strategically, as I mentioned before, has the next conference where? In my backyard. I mean, like walking distance from my house, literally. I'll have the late night cookout and we'll be hanging out.